Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and you're going to get your Brooklyn weekly market update. John, let's get right to it. I'm looking at supply, came in at 32.18. Show me that chart.
Yeah, so it looks like the trend in Brooklyn is for supply is trending higher by a tiny bit. So supply is up another 1% or so from last week.
Okay, nothing to talk about there. Let's look over at pending sales. Brooklyn's measure of demand, it came in at 3,886. Johnny, show me that chart.
Yeah, so pending sales are trending a little bit faster than supply. That's 1.5% from last week. So, there's still demand for Brooklyn right now.
Yeah, and I mean, the market pulse is just showing me things right here. That's where I'm looking at how strong Brooklyn is. I mean, I think Manhattan is half of this, or somewhere 66 or something, more than half. But at a 1-to-1 ratio between supply and demand over here, it's just telling you that the market is just very hot. So leverage is definitely favoring buy side right now. Let's look at those weeklies. Take a look around the corner, see what's going on. Brooklyn supply, 329 things came to market. John, show me that chart.
Yeah, so 329, that's actually a decrease from last week of about 1.5%. So, it just kind of depends on, week to week fluctuations here. But in general, the supply trend is trending up for Brooklyn, even though we had a little bit fewer come on the market this week.
Sounds good. I'm looking over the demand, weekly demand, contract sign came in at 248 for Brooklyn. Looks like it's up around 10%. Show me that chart.
I mean, yeah, it's even more than that. It's 12.5% if you're scoring at home. And I got to say, Noah, since we've been tracking, that's the highest week I've seen. I mean, Brooklyn is just on fire. Right. So it's just amazing here. So it seems like we're doing higher and higher contract volume in Brooklyn every week.
Yeah, similar dynamic to Manhattan. If you add all these up, there's more stuff going off the market than it's coming on. And just, I mean, supply is not going to go up in that kind of environment. And if you're wondering why the changes here are slightly different from the charts, it is Tuesday. We usually do this Monday. I did have a birthday. I'm sorry, but that is the reason why, in case you're wondering at home. Let's go outside and let's see what kind of statistics we can pull up this time. John, you want to bring up this chart and explain to viewers what we're looking at here?
Yeah, so we're just looking at listing discount for Brooklyn. We, of course, like to base all of our listing discount charts on when the deal was actually signed. So, here we're basically looking at that original listing discount from the time of the deal, and we broke it down by property type. The black is condo and the red is co-op. And I just want to draw your eye to the co-op, which is under 4%. And that's a high. It's just a high number. It's under 4%. If you look back to June, good Lord, June at the peak, right before we reopened, that's a zero, folks.
Yeah, there is no
listing discount for deals was nada. It did not exist.
Wow. So let's focus on the red. That's co-op listing discount. So I mean, it's almost like in Brooklyn when the deflationary episode hit last year, it kind of acted like a suburban market. There was no listing discount in June. There was very little listing discount in July. And it looks like we started to normalize a little bit, almost as Manhattan was recovering. The Brooklyn mania kind of was cooling off just a little. And of course, in the last 3 months, it's gone the other way. It's just amazing to see. There's no discount. I mean, there's just not a lot going on. When I look before of where we were before, I guess maybe condos had a bad month. But when I say a bad month, that means you're negotiating 5.5%. That's not a lot. So
no, that's in any other market that would be phenomenal. But for Brooklyn to have a bad month and you're 5%, I think it sort of puts the Brooklyn markets into perspective, which is that if you are a buyer right now, you have little to no leverage whatsoever.
Yeah, it's such a hybrid market. Good chart. Now let's go and let's break down Brooklyn townhouses, because I mean, when I look at Brooklyn townhouses, that's a lot of their inventory over there. So this is what the listing discount chart looks like for townhouses. It's like, the way I look at this chart, and again, you could see the June and July, surge there with no discount. But look at where we were before, John. Look at where we were in the bulk of 2019. You were getting 7, 8, 9%. And again, you only got that if you signed a deal in December. Now you're back in the 6s. So there really is. Brooklyn townhouses never went on sale, I guess.
But I mean, look, don't forget, we've completely thrown seasonality out the window. So we're looking back in that winter market when the discounts were like 9.5%. And that was sort of, pre-COVID, when the winter market was the slow period of time. And in the slow period of time, the worst you're doing as a seller is negotiating maybe 10%. I mean, that's right. That's great to begin with. It tells me that the Brooklyn markets were really sort of warming up before COVID started. Once COVID hit, I mean, that desire for townhouses with the outdoor space they offer, the privacy, the security, the sort of, one-stop shop for all of your family's school, Zoom, whatever needs. That really took a bite. And we went down to like, I mean, look at that June discount, 2% for townhouses. I mean, goodness sakes.
Are we going there again, John? I mean, do you think as these bars come out for 2021 and we get towards December and we've been doing this a while and we get into our groove, do you think we're going to hit these kind of discounts?
I never say never, I suppose, but I think with the general trend of supply sort of ticking up, I don't think we're going to get there. I think there's just more on the market now. Yes, demand is still off the charts, but I don't think we're going to be going back down to a 2% discount range in the foreseeable future. I mean, I could be wrong. And it's Brooklyn, so I might be wrong. But hey, that's what I think.
Plus, this was also probably a low volume period. Very interesting. This is really good stuff. Johnny, thank you for giving your insights in here. Excellent charts. That is John Walkup. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We are both of UrbanDigs. Don't forget our forum. If you got questions, we got answers, please post them here. Until then, have a great week, and we'll catch you on Friday with Manhattan's Weekly Report. Have a good one.